Hey guys, good morning, Creator Mom. So I want to read this little excerpt from this book. It is about this guy named Emile Coué, and it's about, okay, let me just read it. It says, Coué came to believe that the imagination aided not only in recovery, but also in a person's general sense of well-being. From this insight, Coué developed his method of conscious autosuggestion. It was a form of waking hypnosis that involved repeating confidence-building mantras in a relaxed state or a semi-conscious state, right? We know the Bible talks about the power of life and death being in your own tongue. You know, so many scriptures one could use to support these ideas. Coué argued that many of us suffer from poor self-image, which how true is that, right? We all want to see ourselves in better ways. We struggle in different areas. This gets unconsciously reinforced because your willpower or drive to achieve is overcome by your imagination, by which he meant one's habitual self-perception. So he's saying your imagination is your habitual self-perceptions, which, I mean, it makes total sense, absolutely. He says when the will and the imagination are opposed to each other, Coué wrote in 1922, it is always the imagination which wins. So the imagination wins. Your true beliefs and self-perceptions and how you imagine and see yourself always wins over your own willpower, determination, because you're seeing yourself, it's like a separate thing, right? Like, oh, I am so this, or, you have your negative self-perceptions and imaginations about yourself. And then on the outside, you're like, but I want to be this, right? So I'm going to use my willpower to strive to be better in this. You're warring in the flesh, right? You're warring the flesh in the physical, right? We war not against flesh and blood, though. So until you change your suggestions about who you are, you're going to be always fighting with your willpower, and your willpower ain't going to win. Who you believe yourself to be is always going to win. So, those things outside of that you see as outside of yourself that you want to be and you want to achieve, see yourself or imagine yourself or perceive yourself to be that which you already, want to be. Perceive that you are that. I am that already. And then people get tripped up over that because they're like, well, I can't say that I am something that I'm not. Well, okay. Then you're always going to be battling. You're always going to be at war with yourself. That's really, like I said this in another video, like that's really all that we're fighting is our own self, our own perceptions, our own low self-worth, low confidence, blah, 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 all of that. So we have to say that we are those things already, not like, oh, I'm this, but I want to be that. No, you are that already. You have to decree that, or else you'll be fighting in the battle of separation and against your own self.